All right, good morning, my lovely third period. Sorry that I won't be here for the first part of it because of the spelling bee, but I should be back before the end of class so we can definitely go over these and make sure we understand what we're doing, okay? So as I was getting ready to prepare your task cards, I realized that I had a brain fart and I was looking at the task cards and I was like, oh, I haven't taught this skill yet. And I was like, that's not fair to give you something that I haven't taught. So what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna do something in our interactive notebook, okay? So please make sure you have your interactive notebook open to the new left side. Take a minute to pause this video and do that. Make sure you have your crayons out or your highlighter, whatever you want to color with. So take some time to get all that out. And then what I need you to do, please, is you have 2 green pieces of paper. Mine are white so you can see which ones I'm doing. And you're going to need the one that says 3, 4, 5, and 6 because the copy machine did not work this morning. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be learning how to graph on the inequality or graph on a number line with an inequality. We've done that already, but the reason why I'm showing you again is because if you look at 5 and 6, notice how the number is in the front and not the variable, okay? So we're going to learn how to put the variable back in front. So what you're going to do is we're going to start with numbers 3 and 4. And like I said, you can take whatever color you want. We're going to color these, okay? So that says x is less than or equal to 4. So when I graph this, I need to find positive 4 on the number line. And then I need to ask myself, will I have an open or a closed circle? I should have a closed circle because I see the line underneath the inequality sign, which shows me that it's included in it because 4 can equal 4. So I'm going to close my circle. Now, it says less than or equal to 4. So I need numbers that are less than 4. So if I'm finding numbers less than 4, that's like 3, 2, 1, 0, so on. So I'm going to just color in this section. All right, so there's my graph for number 3. For number 4, I see m is greater than -6. So I need to find -6 on the number line. And then I need to ask myself, am I going to have an open or a closed circle? I should have an open circle because I do not see a line underneath the inequality sign. So I'm going to draw an open circle around the integer -6. And I need numbers that are greater than -6, which means I should shade to the right. And remember, if you have the variable in front and this inequality sign, it literally shows you which way to shade. So let's go ahead and color that in. Okay, so now I have 3 and 4 done. Now if I look at number 5 is kind of tricky because I see an integer in the front and I do not see the variable in the front. Well, there's no need to worry because all we have to do is flip. And what I mean by that is we're literally just going to trade places with the variable and the integer. But because we are trading places with the variable and the integer, we still need the inequality sign to accurately represent the situation. So a silly way that I remember it is, see, right here, right now the alligator is eating the -5, which means if I flip it, I still need that little alligator to eat the -5. So how I'm going to rewrite it is I'm going to put my variable in the front. And right now that inequality sign says greater than or equal to. But if I still need it to eat the -5, that little alligator to eat, I need to change the sign to less than or equal to -5. So all I've done is I've rewritten the situation to make the inequality still true. The alligator was eating it here, the alligator's eating it here now. And because the variable's in the front, we can now graph this inequality. So I'm going to find -5. I'm going to make it a closed circle. and it says numbers less than or equal to -5. Less than or equal to. So if I'm going less, I shade to the left. All right. Now to number 6. Notice that the 4 is in front of the variable. So all we have to do is we're going to take this variable, we're going to write it in the front. Next, we still want the little alligator mouth to eat the 4 because that's what the original problem states. But what we're going to do is we're going to flip the sign. So I'm going to flip my sign. So now it reads x is less than or equal to 4. So all I have to do is I find 4, and I know it's a closed circle because I see the line right there. So I'm going to make my closed circle, and it says numbers less than or equal to 4. So that means I will shade to the left.